What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel Money Moves with K. I am K, and today we're going to talk about a hidden real estate auction website that very few people know about, okay? If that's something that you're interested in, please stay tuned for the video. But first, of course, we are on the road to 100,000 subscribers, guys. We can do it. We're close. We're inching closer and closer. Take a moment and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you've been seeing my content, you may be watching it, but may not be subscribed, and it's not to your fault. You just forgot to subscribe. No worries. Go ahead and do that now. But right now, let's get to work. Let's get it. So one of the websites that I want to discuss with you guys is a website called GovEase, okay? GovEase. And it's up here. Just type in govease.com. Very simple. This website is really cool because it goes down a ton of auctions for you in different states. And I'll identify some of those states. I had one comment that was like, I only see from my last video, I only see one state, but there are various states. Just have to do a little digging, okay? If you don't see it at first, I would revisit it maybe another day. But yeah, let's get it. So right here, you can see that this is the website, govease.com. Again, govease.com. And these are tax auctions. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you at the very bottom, because you may be asking, well, Kay, how are you getting these websites and how do you know they're legit? So these are the states that GovEase works with at the moment, okay? And they could update at any time, I'm not sure. But at the moment, these are the states that they work with. So it's very important that these states work with GovEase, and they place, how I found it was they place a lot on their county website. They place who the third party that they're having auction off these properties, who that company is. And this company happens to be GovEase, okay? So let's scroll back up to the very top, and I want to click view auctions, okay? Actually, I'm gonna click at the very top. It says tax sale auctions. I'm gonna click that because it's gonna give me a broad map. Now you may say, okay, it's only, it's not a lot of properties. It's actually a ton of properties. You just have to look, okay? Let me scroll and click. You can click on any state that you want. Let's just click here. Let me click here. Alabama, as an example. If you see Alabama, you have different counties and cities in Alabama. Not counties, but cities. And, actually it says county and city. So you can see the registration date. And I'm doing this video in March so that you have ample time to register for the actual website in the event that you would like to bid on these properties. Some of them have passed or lapsed, but you still have some time to sign up for a lot of these websites so you can get it going, okay? This is also another tidbit that's very interesting or important. It says sale type. So these are lien sales here, and I'll discuss that a little bit briefly in my next section that I want to discuss with you. But you need to know if it's a redeemable deed or a tax lien state. So a deed or a tax lien state. Alabama happens to be a tax lien state, and their redemption period, I do believe, is 1 year. I wrote that down. Yeah, 1 year. So keep that in mind when you are bidding on these properties. But I'm gonna go back and I want to click this button right here that says view auctions, because I don't like the map. It's just a personal preference. I like to see a list of all the properties and kind of go from there. So you see this list, it's a ton of properties, and you see the face value. By the way, GovEase does a really good job of there's like a common terms and phrases. So if you're new to this or you're new to this website and you're trying to figure out what do these terms mean, is this actually the amount I'm paying, etc., you can look at this common terms and phrases at GovEase, and they break down to you what each term means. So face value means this is the starting bid of a lien or deed. The face value is the actual taxes owed on the parcel plus any fees and penalties. The face value is where the bidding will start for a parcel. So these are the starting prices for the parcel. So let me go back so you can kind of see and put that in perspective. Another thing I like to do is I like to come right here. It says face value, and I click the arrow button because I want to go, I'm cheap. I want to go from the cheapest on up and do my research from there. So that's kind of how I do everything. So this says $10. Okay. This is what I like to see. All right. We can do some of that. I got $10 in my bag. So you have this. Now, once you click it, this is very important because I saw this note, and this is what I preach in every single one of my videos is due diligence. Making sure that you're not just saying it's $10, boom, I want to buy. No, you want to research. You want to further investigate if this is a good deal, because it may not be, okay? So I click here and they show the parcel. This is actually land. There's land and actual homes on this list, on these lists. So don't just think, oh, it's just land. And by the way, you can flip land. I did a flip of some land and it was a really good profit, okay? So, and I do that multiple times. It wasn't just one time. I do that a lot. Find these really good deals and then sell them for a higher price, all right? So here we go. So you have this piece of land here. What appears to be land, it could be actual home on the property. This map is not a really good map to show you anything. It just says all in. So it could actually be a home. You have to investigate. But check this out. Under the picture it says disclaimer. The property pictured above might not be the exact property in this auction. Bidders are advised to research the properties before submitting bids. So it's very vital that you go and you research the property. Now, if you need help with that, I do one-on-one consultations. The link will be in the description. And I pretty much outline how in the world you're supposed to do your due diligence in a preliminary search or research for yourself before you even, if you decide to give it to a title company to research, before you get to that step, you need to know, is this worth my time or not? If not, I'm moving on. So I'll go back. Actually, it doesn't let me go back. Let me see. All right, so these are all in Alabama. So at the very top here, you see Alabama, and you can click down on the little arrow, and it goes through all the cities or counties in Alabama, okay? It also goes through Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia. I have some good information for Georgia too, guys. I'll wait 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. I have an abundance of information and I can't give that to you in this amount of time. So I try to break it down into nice bite-sized pieces. So here we are. Indiana, I did a video. I'll link in the description of my video for Indiana that I discussed. Mississippi, Tennessee, let's see, Texas. So I think I mentioned Mississippi, if not Mississippi. So these are states that GovEase has live auctions for that you can do online. So there's really no excuse. If you can find these properties online, you can research them. I can show you how to research them. You can really dig deep and find some really good deals. Now, like I said, you need to identify if this is a tax lien or tax deed state. It does matter. Alabama is a tax lien state. So let me go to a tax deed state such as Texas. I think it's a redeemable tax deed state. Go all the way to the bottom. Denton, Texas. I was here just a minute ago when I was researching. So yeah, they don't have many with this particular sale. However, always check back. This is just a list and it updates frequently. So make sure you check back. But if you click on this one as an example, it says it's a redeemable tax deed. And from my understanding, Texas is a tax deed state, but it has about 6 months for the redemption phase. So keep that in mind when you're bidding on these properties. And I've explained tax deed and tax lien states in the past, and I may just do a video just explaining that in general. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video like that. I can explain that and kind of dig deeper. But for now, I just wanted to show you the website. And what? Okay. I love surplus sales. I saw Madison surplus sale. I have no idea where this is at. I see Tennessee, but I've never researched this area. But yeah, that caught my attention. So I was like, okay, let me stop. I'm curious now. Let me see. All right, so that's what you do. So you're looking at these particular states, these counties and cities, and identifying if you're interested or not. Now, I will advise for you to actually go on the county's website and look at this. Look at this from Google Maps or Google Earth as well, so that you can get a better idea of kind of like the lay of the land, no pun intended, but trying to figure out what is going on with the property. How does it look? How is the neighborhood? Because essentially, if you're purchasing from this list, right? And let's say you win, and let's say after 6 months and you've invested in Texas, you are the winner of the bid. If you invest in this area and your idea is to flip the property to make more money, you want to identify if this is a good area to even purchase in, because it could not be a good neighborhood. And if you're trying to purchase it for $1,000, but maybe you have an idea, let's see. Sometimes they have the the value here, and you have to know your comps. Like, what is the actual land worth? That's all information that you need to know in order to be a wise investor when we're talking about tax liens and tax deeds or auctions in general. Because yes, the price is enticing. And I heard somebody, or I saw somebody write in the comment section, like, go over the cons of tax lien and tax deed investing. I have. I have tremendously. In all my videos, I say do your due diligence, because you don't want to buy a dud, and you don't want to buy something that's really cheap but not worth anything. And that's where your due diligence comes in, so you can make the best decision possible. All right. Hopefully this video was interesting, and not only interesting, informative for you guys, because this is just vital information. I want to go over one more thing because I forgot to. This is all right. Let me go back to the very beginning. Sorry. Is it here? Okay, I'll just go over this file. On the website, you can find these files. It's purchase tax data, purchase tax auction data. So GovEase has compiled some auction data from past auctions, and you don't have to purchase it, but you can purchase it. And I'm gonna tell you why it could be informative or a good idea to potentially look into purchasing some of these the past data. Well, this one is Denton, Texas. We just went over Denton, Texas. It's a 2025 list. I don't know if it was from a 2025 sale. I doubt it, but it could have been. Looks like it could have been last year potentially. But you could purchase it for $69, right? So for $69, you could purchase this list. Now you might say, well, okay, what is the point? I'm gonna click on it. What is the point of purchasing a past list? Well, these are the things that will be included in this past list. The winning overbid amount, winning bidder name, total taxes due or face value, unique ID, a lot of different information. But what caught my attention is that I will be able to know who bought the property and for what amount. Okay. So how does that impact me as an investor? If Jim purchased a piece of land in Denton, Texas for $500, how in the world would I get any information from? How does that benefit me as another investor? Well, you have to look at it as data, right? You're collecting data. But if you have a specified interest in Denton, Texas, as an example, you will know what people purchased it for, and it'll also let you know a roundabout. It's a trend that you're looking for too. Like a roundabout, I can get properties in this general area for maybe $500 to $2,000. Plus, a little sneaky trick is if you see a property that Jim purchased and you're interested in that property yourself, reach out to Jim and say, hey, Jim, I noticed that you purchased this property last year. I'm interested in the property. I see that you pay $500 for it, but I'm willing to pay $5,000 for it. What do you think? Okay. So keep that in mind. It's just data for those savvy investors to collect, so you can make the best decision possible in order to have a good deal. All right. If you made it this point in the video, make sure you comment below, made it. Okay. Made it. That lets me know that you made it this far, and I truly appreciate it. I say that every video. We are on the road to 100K subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Peace.